to come to you live at no other better location than Party Central in Owl's Head. NBNN, poof, blows your freaking mind.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack with Casey Cupcakes.
Casey Cupcakes. What's going on, gentlemen? I see we have a room of 1B winners these days now. And
yes,
congratulations, gentlemen. Welcome to the club.
So today on air we have 3 1B recipients and a person that has a Chaos Medal.
That is right.
Who got that?
We found out that Casey got slipped the Dark Star Medal of Chaos.
Yeah. The question though, do we consider him an actual recipient of the Dark Star Medal, or because it was given to his wife to give to him, or was he just given a medal?
Considering he gave it.
I know this becomes a semantic argument, but since I don't know. Where do we go with it?
Ask him yourself.
I don't know. But congratulations.
My wife was all like, "Oh, I almost forgot to give this to you."
Now, I just spoke with the lovely mistress of chaos herself, Miss Amber Rain, also a 1B and Chaos Medal winner, and she's supposed to be joining us here, whether on set or in studio as well. I don't know yet. But again,
she'll be around.
Is gotta love it. And so, Casey, you were actually live in Portalarium's offices to receive yours during the postmortem. What's it like hanging out on the postmortem with the guys during the telethon this week?
It was pretty great. If you were paying attention to me, though, I was having like the worst time trying to get mine pinned on to me. I tried to be nonchalant about it, but it was obvious.
Yeah.
I couldn't actually see the screen, so you'll have to forgive me for that.
No one cares about your complaint of it too sunny.
Yeah, too much sunlight in Hawaii. Yeah, we don't care about that complaint. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work for us.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a very valid complaint, and you should respect my...
Respect my tartar.
Respect my tartar. Yeah. Okay,
I don't know if
where's
you caught
Cartman?
it, but Laz gave us both thanks on the air for how well.
Yes, he did. Yeah. I saw your message as well. And the fact that, that Lord British kind of messed that up a little bit.
What was that? There she is.
I believe he messed up the name of the show. And it's Casey and Jack.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Then he completely forgot that he'd already given you a 1B, and instead he he turned around and it's like, oh, now you get to be recognized publicly. I just thought that was too funny.
It was I thought it was funny that you, instead of just kind of going with it, were like, "Hey, you gave it to me already," and then you were like, "Hey, these two guys, Casey and Jack, helped out." And he's like, "Hey, Jack."
Yeah. Yeah, so that was actually really funny, especially, but because I couldn't see what was going on, Laz actually did say that he was wearing his 1B.
He was.
I was. I figured, what the heck?
Does Hawaii not have anywhere indoors?
Well, it does, but you know what? I might as well sit out on the patio.
YOLO.
Just to say, hey, I'm in Hawaii.
YOLO, that's right. You only live once. If I'm going to accept my 1B, I'm accepting it from a patio in Hawaii, damn it. That's right.
I think he just did it to not only show off, but to complain as well.
Oh, no, he did it because he could. That's why. That's
Go
exactly why.
Because I could, yeah.
That's right, because he could. The reason why we do things around here is because we can. And that's what I love about this. Now, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at the seating arrangement here, you and I, of course, Jack, are a spoon twin. Okay, I was going to say, Jack and I are in our usual attire, and Casey and Amber have a black and white motif going that makes them look like twinsies out there.
I know. Yes, they are the black and white twins, but also the black and white is the symbol, the colors on the chaos.
The chaos,
ribbon.
that's right.
So eventually we're going to have to get a uniform that is red, yellow, or red, gold, and blue for the 1B.
Yeah, I mean, we've actually strayed from our original uniforms, which was, of course, the complete...
The newbie gear?
The newbie gear, that's right. Until one day we were running around doing our story during a wipe day, and everybody looked like NBNN employees running around, and we said, no, that doesn't work. Everybody could be misconstrued for NBNN reporters out there that way. But welcome back. How was your vacation? I should say I had a nice relaxing one while we were gone.
Well, I'm sure you saw that tweet that I sent of the International Space Station that I accidentally took. So
while you were taking shots of the night sky from Hawaii, you caught the International Space Station flying overhead, and accidentally tagged Richard Garriott in that picture as well. I know.
No. I intentionally tagged Richard Garriott, saying, "Hey, I see your old home."
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean that was actually really cool. So I had a great time. I got a lot of really cool pictures. Now I need to spend about a week editing those pictures so that way they don't look like complete and utter crap. Just that way I can bring out like more of the stars, stack up the images, just generally play around with lots of things. So it's gonna be really cool. And Casey just took off somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he got distracted by like some shinies.
Squirrel.
Shinies in the bank. It was actually kind of funny.
Squirrel,
We didn't plan out our outfits at all. We both ended up at the that costume party for the New Year's, and basically the same thing, just a little bit opposite.
Well, that's pretty much Amber's regular motif. That's right, squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah. I missed the holiday party. I should have been there. I was invited. I was hoping that they would push it a couple more days so that way I could attend.
Yeah, but, apparently you're not that important.
I'm not changing a ticket to Hawaii to go by the Portalarium offices. Although I did go back to clean up myself and Sienna Thorne. We both went down there to clean up all the holiday decorations, and Casey was supposed to tell Star that we were going to come by.
I did.
But when we got there, Star had already cleaned everything up.
Now I would have figured everybody would have helped clean up after the party at the end of the night so that, they went to work the next morning and it was like nothing ever happened. I mean, that was just my assumption.
Well, Casey did that cleanup, but we were going to clean up the holiday decorations and like pack up the Christmas tree.
I gotcha.
All the ornaments.
Take down the lights, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Put the mistletoe balls back where they belong. Although no one could identify them as mistletoe balls except for
Christmas
for
balls.
Yeah. So I actually put the mistletoe directly on top of over the refrigerator with that held all the beer that they are missing at the holiday party. It's my understanding that they are like, "Hey man, we're out of beer. Where's the beer?"
I was just going to say, now, I didn't get a chance to ask you, did you bring back beer from Hawaii like you did last time?
No, I did not. My baggage for 3 weeks in Hawaii was a 3-day backpack. One of those.
I'll get it when I get there.
So I only packed like 4 T-shirts and 3 pairs of board shorts, a couple pairs of socks so I could go running, tennis shoes that ended up giving me a blister, so I threw them away, 2 pairs of sandals.
And a maple leaf banana hammock.
No, I didn't get the maple leaf banana hammock. I still need someone to send me one. And then also my camera stuff in a separate backpack. So that's all I took with me.
Now, we got a comment in your chat that says that would not be a patio, that would be a lanai. But a lanai...
Yes, it would definitely be a lanai if you're in Hawaii. It is always a lanai, but most people don't know what that is. And the last time I said lanai, someone made a Golden Girls reference.
Well, I was just going to say, to me it looked like a patio because it was not enclosed. And an enclosed patio is known as a lanai, whereas a patio is an open space in my understanding. Now, down here in Florida, of course, they mix and match, like anybody's business. They call it all a lanai down here. Literally, I am on the lanai where I am at right now. That's where I host a show from every day. I have nothing but windows around me, and I am in the lanai. This is where we broadcast from in Florida every day, folks. As you can probably see, all the sunshine coming from one side of the screen over here, all coming in from this side.
Casey hosts from the latrine.
From the latrine. But welcome, Natty Dread, to the stream.
Yeah, so.
Now, Dreadfully Despised has been in and out of your room there while you've been away. I don't know if he's there or paying attention to us now. Probably not.
Oh, no, he's probably not paying attention to anything. Let's see what Led Zepp is trying to say.
He says it's where the old farts go to retire.
Yeah, Led Zepp, we're going to force you to talk again. So you might as well just say it.
He has a mic, I know it. Quit checking the
Yeah,
chat.
it's like going to say, where is he in Arizona? Was it?
Hold on, I'm going to mute the everything, all the notifications, especially the
Ding. Beep.
Yeah, the ding. So that way, I have no idea that he's actually
talking.
So
that if he wants to make a comment to you, he's got to speak
if he
now.
wants to participate, he now actually has to say something.
Yeah, I don't get him.
I'll keep it dinging, but I won't check until it says new user.
Yeah, I won't
funny.
even notice that.
Too funny. So anyway, Casey, let me ask you, how was the party? Who attended? I got to drive Richard Garriott's robot during the party for a little while. But everybody seemed to be just constantly moving, and it was hard to keep up with people in that one room where everybody was playing the games and stuff. Was just way too dark to get a good picture in there.
That, and I heard my son kept attacking you with the avatar of the robot form.
Oh, was that your boy who kept coming down and playing with the wheels, and or is he the one in the karate outfit who kept coming up and wanting to fight the robot?
Mine was the youngest one that just was thrilled the fact that there was a pole with a screen on it moving around the office.
Yeah, some people looked at it like they didn't know what to think about it. Other people stopped, of course. Got to chat with Starr, got to chat with Chris and Winfield. Got to see you serving cupcakes out of that huge box. Geez, how many cupcakes were in that box, for crying out loud? Had to be 24 plus.
About 3 dozen.
Casey was in the kitchen with this huge box of cupcakes. Is handing them out to people.
Yeah, those cupcakes that Casey makes are delicious. I've had a few.
Now,
Yes.
have we submitted a recipe to the developers yet? That's what I want to know. And if not, why?
A couple. I'm waiting for Star to accept cannibalism for one of them.
Did you do what I said and try and slip like
Yeah.
some aortic thrombus in there, or some skull of somebody?
Hands, jawbones, hopefully. But the ones that I had there at the party were one of the favorites. They're the ones that have little tiny cheesecakes complete with crust topping and all that.
Ooh, that sounds decadent.
Oh, awesome. So, did you do the brain cupcakes again with the gummy worms and stuff like that?
No, I wanted to do I have these there's these little cake balls on forks that look like eyeballs, but I ran out of so much time I didn't even get to finish all the shot glasses I was trying to make for the devs.
Now, we did get to take a quick peek, and it didn't come across well, but I wanted to point this out to folks. We were talking about that when you were customizing those shot glasses. You showed us a couple of previews. You actually got the Drippy Bird done for Chris, didn't you?
I got the Dippy Bird done for him. I got Lum's done. It was the Strength of Earth Lum. About to have Dallas's finished, and I have one for the Attonwood completed with a plague mask on it.
Cool.
Cool.
I'll be sending Amber Rain over there, one of the Chaos ones, just customized for her.
Oh, absolutely
Awesome.
sweet. Absolutely sweet. Did you get the little symbol in the middle? Were you able to do that?
Not on these. Since the colors are just black, white, black, I should be able to. So we'll see.
Alrighty. Now, speaking, of course, of the lovely Mistress of Chaos, Miss Amber Rain, she is live on the air on Avatar's Radio, I believe, opposite of us right now. Hence why we don't have her in studio. I know she is listening in her in-between times, but, of course, don't forget to check her out during the week.
Yes. Temper Tantrum Tuesdays. Thursdays were, the last time I've checked, were on, was Apollo.
Apollox is doing
Apollo
Thursdays
Nuts.
now, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I like the idea of Temper Tantrum Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, and then I also like it whenever Ember Flame comes out and decides to rock the house.
Decides
A
to
little
come out and
variety.
shake up the world, that's right. All right, well, come on, Led Zepp. You were giving us a
Yeah.
recipe there, and you stopped. Come on, you got to finish the recipe for crying out loud.
She needs to turn around and play Sacred Reich's 31 Flavors.
Be careful what you
Just
ask for.
Just for grins. I know, she might actually play it. That is, if she has it.
They don't usually like it when I make requests.
Wait. What happened to Royal Sexy?
Oh, I just got a job, so now he
Oh.
works different hours.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Now, see, now I'm going to have to, tune in just a couple seconds.
I wonder if they'll let me take over the radio on Mondays for Pit Monday.
For what Monday?
Yeah.
Mosh.
Mosh Pit Monday. Oh, pretty cool. I like that idea.
Sweet. Yeah. Is it going to be after 10 p.m. or, whatever time zone? Or is it just going to be, whatever?
Well, that's something I was going to let you guys know. I changed hours at work, so I'm making it pretty much daily here.
Yeah, so it kind of dates me when I actually can name Sacred Reich songs.
I don't even know who they are, so.
You don't know who Sacred Reich are?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Nope. Old school band.
Really?
Old school.
What's the genre?
Well, what kind of bands have you heard me mostly mention?
Yeah.
Well, none really.
I don't care for that music you young kids listen to. I'm sorry.
The 80s new wave.
Yeah.
You young whippersnappers out there.
Yeah.
As old geezer would have it, not old geezer. Yeah, I'm sorry. Led Zepp would have it. You know.
Led Zepp.
I'm an old fart, but I don't know where he's got any room to talk. So, we'll get him to blurt something out about it.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Older than you two combined.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anyway, Jack.
I think Led Zeppelin's only got like 15 years on me.
Yeah.
How old are you, Casey?
Thank you, Amber.
Server group assigned.
300, something like that. I feel like I'm 90. I look like I'm, 12? I think I was born in 81.
Yeah, actually,
You're the youngest person here.
I am coming up on the half-century mark this year. This year I have the big 5-0, believe it or not. Now, come on, does this face look like it's 50 years old?
You want to?
No.
Honest
You want an honest answer?
Yeah, Amber, does this face look like it's 50 years old? I'm not going to listen to you guys.
That's a big one.
And it speaks.
Yeah,
We
My
got
lady cried.
why? You got her in tears.
5-0, man. 5-0. You know, that's a big one.
Oh, she cried at 5-0. I got you.
Thought you were saying she called the 5-0.
Why 5-0, right, Jack?
She called 5-0 on that old long-haired bastard.
Yeah. So let's actually make the show, instead of like making fun of our ages and everything else, actually about Shroud of the Avatar.
Well, I tried to get your attention here a minute ago before we got derailed it even some more today. But how about we do what we're supposed to do on this show here, and why don't we start out with yesterday's stand-up corner and get everybody up to speed on what the hell's going on after the holidays and what's coming out in 2 weeks.
We can do that.
2 weeks from yesterday, we have release 26 coming up, folks. 26. And that's going to be one heck of a release. We're going to have another wipe. It is 26, right? We're on 25 now. Yes.
Yeah.
Just had to check. Been a while. And 3 weeks is just too long. Now, of course, we've had an extended run during this release. This release is actually going to be close to 6+ weeks long. And then, of course, the next release, 26, is going to be a short release because we got February. Well, not really, but going to be shorter than most to get us back into the regular 4-week schedule. But we've got coming in, we've got Airy coming in, we've got Resolute coming in.
You're forgetting to hold down that talk button.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
I says we got Airy coming in, we got Resolute coming in, we have a new control point coming in, which is one of the final. Did they say that was the final one, or did they say we had 8 total? Was this the 8th one coming in?
They still have something like 30 plot-related scenes to finish developing.
Those
as well.
NPC town things, yes, I understand
There's another
that.
control point, which is the Superstition Canyon.
Right, Superstition Canyon coming in, but I believe they said that was going to be the last control point coming into
Correct.
the game.
Yeah, I think they're doing Sanctus Spine area.
Well, Sanctus Spine, and then after that, there's going to be Superstition Canyon, and Superstition
Yeah.
Canyon is going to be the weird one because it's going to be one way, apparently.
Yeah, well, I caught that during the postmortem, and I really had some questions because I used to do that in my UO emulator. We used to have one-way gates, basically, and we'd put signs out there, big warning signs, and say, warning, one way only. You enter, you are coming back this way. And used to get some complaints about it because people were like, well, dude, I couldn't go back through the gate. Well, didn't you read the 20 warning signs before you went in? No. Well, what do you think the 20 warning signs were there for?
Well, as we know, people don't actually read anything.
Yes, I know.
And it's like a lot of information is actually, when people are like, man, the devs aren't doing anything, it's like, no, go look at what they're doing on the stand-up corner.
Yes, and speaking of reading, we post the daily newspaper every day, and people don't read that either. But anyway, you have the stand-up corner in front of you there, brother?
I've been waiting on you, man.
Oh, well, I didn't know. I figured you were going to say, okay.
20 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Andy Cortez is doing bugs.
Bugs and Netzer. So he's Andy is going to be is short timing it right now. So we'll find out what's going on later.
Oh, really?
Bob Cooksey is working on Cobalt architecture. Jeff Mellon's working on Demon Wings polish. Kevin Wells is also working on Demon Wing weapon. Leo, our sound guy, is working on the dragon sound effects and Blood River ambient sound effects. Matt Schmidt's Troll Run animation polish and Avatar weapon holds. Scott Jones working on Demon iconography, and Sojourner content. So I guess he's working on a Sojourner Tales tie-in of some sort for Tracy Hickman. Brandon Cotton is working on weapon modifications and world item meeting and AI meeting and crafting. Dan Brennan's crafting. Map review, harvesting, world building pass. Finn's working on demon visual effects and fireworks. Gina, airy NPCs. So I guess she's helping out with some dialogue.
Hey, Gina, get those
Keith
NPCs
Quinn's
in.
Sanctus spawns and map review and scene review and audit. Richard Mady's Diceberg. Steve Zaldivar, map review. Yeah. Palladus Shardfall. Navigation mesh updates, tree baking, and demon aggro behavior. So the navigation mesh is really important as far as AI goes. So that way...
Was that what we were talking about with the cats and stuff, the pathfinding, following,
Yes.
and all that good stuff?
Yes, it is. And so instead of so they started off relatively small with the pets on a player-owned plot and navigating around that, instead of going through it, and then they can actually extend that out into the dungeons and everything else. So the better that the AI is at collision detection and avoidance, the more natural the behaviors look for the monsters. So that's good for us as far as players go. So I'm glad that they're actually working on improving that AI there.
Absolutely. Love to see how those, especially the cats, react. But let's go. Let's get through this here before we get sidetracked again. We got some other things we want to cover today.
Yes. Where was I? I forgot. Let's see. Jason's working overworld teleporters and books. I don't really like the idea of fast travel just because it takes part, but we can talk about that later.
We're going to have
Joaquin's working on UE performance and pickpocketing improvements. Justin's working on bugs and performance and assist refractor. Ken's working on taxes and function tests.
Yes.
Tassalo's working
taxes.
on stream architecture and bonus account applications and customer service support. Zach Shepard's crafting consumables and data tests in agriculture. Our QA guys are doing sanity reports and regression and points of interest. Michael's doing... No longer is he only doing account services updates, but he's going back to doing a little bit of QA and points of interest. Let's see, Chris is working on map meetings and Unity direction, combat scrum feedback. Dallas Snell is working on combat community direction, general business and update preparation. Richard's working on NPC planning and Austin City functions and map meetings. Rick's working on Release 26 review and NPC planning and Hilt Fortress spawns and customer service support and decorations. Our map meetings, design review, NPC planning and scheduling. That is all from yesterday. We do not have today's update yet, but we hope to have that soon. Remember, you can always read that yourself if you go to the Shroud of the Avatar forums and click on the very top link that says Shroud of the Avatar announcements and dev posts, and it is the stand-up corner.
You were moved.
Is that good? You good?
Yeah, it's a
Ready
little,
to say something?
there's a lot of
What if
good
they
stuff
can't read
there.
themselves?
I know, he can't control himself.
Now, of course, looking forward to these new towns coming in. Looking forward to Resolute, especially, and Airy. I can't wait to see Airy right down the point of long fall. Been long, long awaited.
No,
Go ahead.
you cut out.
Oh,
Hold down your microphone.
I
button.
was. It's this TeamSpeak thing. You know that.
I think it's the button. I think
That's
it's the button.
I think.
Yeah, it's the button.
That's what the problem was the whole time.
Yeah, it's always been the button.
Can't beat a button. It's a brand new mouse, for crying out loud.
No, it's the I'm getting all excited while I'm talking, and I
It's,
can't.
it's the lazy finger. It's the lazy finger syndrome.
Yes.
I'm watching the light.
Even Amber says it's user error.
Yeah. User error. Replace user and hit any key to continue. I know.
Yes. It's old age.
That's right.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff going on there. The AI, the better that is done, the ID10 tier, I love that one. I haven't used that one in a few years. But we also have the Grasslands template coming up, and I guess that's already finished if we don't see them working on that. And
The old ID10T era, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, again, there was a subject and a conversation on that. And where did I see that? Was that in the newspaper?
Are you talking about the new template coming up?
Yeah.
Well, that was actually discussed during the postmortem, and it's also on the quarterly up schedule. So,
Oh, yeah, it was
it was coming out. We didn't know which one it was until the Winter Fest, in which we found out that it's actually the Grasslands template, and then after that they're going to work on the Mountains template. So in release 28, release 27 is not going to have a new template because it is going to be a short release update because of February. So
Now, everybody's favorite poster on the boards, Baron Drakis, of course, posted this, and of course, this is what we've been complaining about, and a lot of other people. If you look at this post, you'll get the drift right away as to what we mean by templates and what we mean by biomes.
yeah, because realistically, it is all. It is mostly Pax layer. So the what is? Yeah, it's like they keep on using biome and template interchangeably.
Which we got to get away from. Biome and template, two different things altogether.
Yeah.
Now, technically, we have three different templates right now. The Pax Layer template, the Island template, and the Underground template.
Yes.
Which are great moves in the right direction, and that's what we want to continue to see.
Templates right now, but the Grasslands will actually be a new template because it is completely different.
And that's what everybody's looking for.
And for my Metro, I really did choose the Grasslands because I don't want all the world features to induce lag whenever lag-inducing features is going to be whenever anybody populates their plot with. And so I don't need all the trees and everything else to actually sit there and create more lag. So there's a reason I went with the Grasslands template. Until they seriously optimize the graphics performance, which I wish they would actually do at some point in time. And them saying they're going to optimize it doesn't mean that it's going to be very, very optimized. So. So, yep. I like what BDF called the island template, the island of bumpy hills and unplaceable lots.
Yes, yes. I got a kick out of that one. Now, I don't know where he got that from, because that's probably one of the best land masses for having a nice. I've got that for one of my choices, and I like it because I don't expect to grow the town too much, and I think it's just a perfect fit for one of those. You know how people are going, I don't want all that area because my town is only going to be yay big. And they don't want all that excess area. Well, I think the island template perfectly solves that for some of the smaller ones like a Crossroads. And it works out perfectly.
I think that actually would be good for a Crossroads. You can even remove all the water and say it's like a hills, and just like find a way to delete all of the water out of there. Maybe throw a river going through it or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's one where it's like they're working on developing things. We'll eventually see new things, and hopefully we see lots and lots of new great things. And we have someone new joining us. Thank you to Roysteen Kalestrom for joining us in the studio. He did have to be told that we are live on air, and now he is joining us and taking a seat.
He's with Lux Sanctuary.
Say something. He'll wave.
We share our lunches, but not our germs.
I haven't eaten today, Casey. What are you going to bring me?
He's gonna bring you cupcakes. What do you think he's gonna bring you?
Oh, cupcakes. Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yes, I'll take some cupcakes.
Now, of course, looking at this one, we know a lot of people are looking for this grassy grassland biome, and I can't wait to see it coming out this release.
You'll actually see me playing around with my actual player-owned town this release, or upcoming release, just to experience the player-owned town. But at the same time, I think there should be free assets for player-owned town owners, in the sense of like dynamic towns. You should have like an allotment of fences, as well as other things that they give you, so that way, you know what, I can create like a palisade around my town, so it can be, I can have a fortified section of it and then a non-fortified section, and that way I can actually create some things. So
now if you look down further in this post, somebody's actually done that. If you look further down that post, you'll see Senash posted what his town looks like laid out in the island biome, or the island template, and he outlined it in blue. I'm going to put this on screen real quick, too.
Yeah, I've got to find his post first. What page is it on?
It's right on that first page that I put that link to. Just scroll down underneath the biomes, and the outlines in blue here, he put walls around. So he must have either gotten those, or he's gotten a couple guys with keeps and castles to give him the walls, or he's spent quite a bit of money in the add-on store. But I tend to agree with you that we should have something that comes with the player-owned towns to be able to wall it off.
And because also you have to think of like roads and things like that. I mean, because if I have a dynamic town, I should be able to like redraw where the roads are, as well as
now that
leads
leads me to Star's comment, and of course, don't lawyer me, bro. Don't lawyer me, bro.
I know
that we plan on making the player-owned town editor bigger, better, and more dynamic than ever.
Yep.
Which leads me to believe that they have plans. Now, again, a lot of people listen, a lot of people don't listen. And of course, I've been saying it since day one. As soon as they put in...
I was wrong about like the fact of the player-owned
Casey?
town template in being able to place our own houses. I didn't think they would be able to do that. So if they spend the development hours, they should easily be able to produce the player-owned town editor.
Now, exactly what I was saying
Yeah. But that's development.
Well, the minute they put that editor in, they opened up the door
Produce
to have to
the player-owned town editor.
of course, allow us to put the NPCs, put the NPC housing, put the decoration, so that they didn't have to touch the towns individually themselves. And of course, that has led to exactly what I predicted it would lead to, and I still see a lot more that's got to be built in order to make it fully functional, including a slight leveling tool, adding other functionality like we've been talking about, and several other things. But if they can pull it off, it's going to be the baddest damn thing they can pull off in this game, in my opinion.
Hold it down, hold the button down.
Hold that button down. Yeah. Everybody else has to get after him.
That's okay.
Whereas Casey and Amber are going at it in game, talking about you and Amber swapping spit.
No comment. we do not comment what goes on outside of Shroud and the Avatar.
So you're saying you don't kiss and tell?
Yes, that's right.
So screenshotter didn't happen?
Unless you got proof.
Yeah.
Unless you got pictures. And then the inquiring minds of the NBNN Britannian wants to know and publish.
Yep. So,
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. I don't even know what that means.
So let's go back to this. I hope that they actually can dedicate the time for the player-owned town development, and I don't know if it's something that we'll even see in release 1. So
No.
maybe
Again,
something that ends up getting pushed. Yeah, so
it's like they said.
it's all conjecture. Yeah.
With the player-owned towns that are going to be static, that need time to be developed. And again, people are forgetting this. You can have a static town. You can have that extra development time, but your town will not be finalized in release. You're going to have to wait. And I'm fine with that if that's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the dynamic as long as they provide me good tools.
You'd be crazy not to.
Yeah. Let's go on. We've got other topics. We've got 15 minutes left.
Well, we know we're not going to cover the last 3 weeks, the marathon, the telethon, everything else in 1 hour, in 1 hour's time. Come on now.
I never expected to, but I wanted to talk about skill decay.
Yes, skill decay. Now, it's my understanding, according to what I heard, that skill decay is not functioning.
Still cutting out.
Yes, not the button. Trust me. This is my understanding from what I heard. Are you still not hearing me?
Yeah, that mic button's kind of hard to hit there.
I'm telling you, fingers on the button.
You're getting all excited and moving the finger.
It doesn't work that way. But
That's me. Remember all those times where it's like you're like going, "Hey Jack, you're cutting out," and I'm like, "Oh, it's because I'm like holding the 2 mic buttons at the same time to talk in different channels."
Yeah, but you've got 15 different buttons. I've got 1 button.
User was moved to your channel.
I don't have 15 buttons on my mic, on my mouse. I have like
No,
3.
you got like 15 buttons programmed for push to talk. You got 1 for one TeamSpeak, you got 1 for another, you got another for this, you got another for that.
It was 1 for TeamSpeak, 1 for Mumble, 1 for...
Yeah, you know.
And they're all on the side of my mouse.
But
so.
anyway, My understanding, skill decay was in, but it wasn't functioning properly. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what Chris said.
Short of it?
At the same time, I think that there needs to be some sort of skill cap. You remember back in UO with you have 700 points that you can spend until they increased it, and so you'd have people with like running around with 7 times GMs, and they were very specific about what they were GMing their skills in. And so it's like, even though we have all these skill trees, it's like, I think that there needs to be some sort of limitation in the number of skills that you can actually GM. And I know that once you start getting up all those grandmasters, your skill decay starts to really come into play. But it's one where it's like, how many GMs does Steamo have right now? 18 or something like that?
Yeah, I thought he'd went over that. I know he was going to. He passed Lord British. Lord British had 16 last I saw.
He has 20, I think so. I only have 4 at the moment. Working on a few more.
Well, we can check on that over the weekend and ask Steamo.
It's like,
Hold the button down.
I'm reading the comments from Amber and Casey right now.
Now, of course, for those folks who are not watching and are listening on the air, you miss a whole bunch of great commentary and inside jokes while we're broadcasting live on stream. So more of a reason for you folks to tune in to NBNN.info and check out our stream and follow what's going on live in-game as well as what we're doing here on air. But anyway, moving on.
I wonder if Amber gets to actually sit there and laugh on air and tell people what we're talking about in game.
I believe she does. She comments on it.
Probably. She's probably laughing too on air as well. So.
And Royce Dean is saying his first time in his virtual and real life that he got to sit next to radio personalities.
Yes. Thank you for Royce Dean.
And medal winners. You're sitting by 4 of them.
Yes. No. Well, amongst the 4 medal winners, we have 6 medals.
That is correct. There are 4 1Bs and 2 Chaos Stars here. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. It's nice to be recognized for what we do, but moving on. We got about 10 minutes left in today's show. Let's talk about some skill decay a little bit more.
Yeah, this is where it's like, if you put a cap in skills, that the number of skills that people can learn, it will force a degree of specialization. And when you start talking about that, do you want someone able to actually GM all of the crafting skills so they become, or do you want them to be very, very specialized in their types of crafting?
Now, but what about the open caps, Jack? What about you can do anything you want?
You can still have an open cap, but the only problem is you still have a certain number of points that you can actually spend.
See, I like the idea of no limits with the decay the way it's supposed to be. Now, of course, a lot of people are forgetting 4 times experience.
But
so
that decay only hits if you ever die.
Yeah, well, everybody's going to die eventually.
And
except for maybe
really
Themo's abs.
Advanced, more than likely you're not going to be dying unless you're going up against a boss mob of some sort. You shouldn't die in normal hunting, and at that point, as long as unless you're also doing a lot of PvP.
And what about locking skills?
Well, you can lock skills.
So yeah, once you get there and you lock them, what stops them from decaying if they're locked?
Well,
See, there's a lot more to think about there. A lot more to think about there.
Well, you have to remember there is no lock right now. It is not training or training.
Actually, it's not training, it's locking it, and it uses X amount to keep it
Right
at
now.
that skill. And I assume it's going to stay that way. And they have
Yeah,
told
but
us that
skill
they're...
decay would actually affect that skill eventually.
And they have told us that they are going to allow people to wipe skills and start from scratch, which I disagree with, but, I'm just...
I agree with you wholeheartedly there.
I believe you should not be able to just forget. You never forget how to ride a bike. You don't forget how to make toast. It just doesn't happen. Oh, sorry, Casey. You are the exception to the rule. I'm sorry.
Special circumstances.
Yes, special circumstances. Yeah, Casey forgets to come in some days.
Yeah.
Casey forgets he's even part of this show some days.
That's what I was telling you. I changed schedules, so I will be making it at least 4 times a week now. I don't have to
Sweet.
stay up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start turning off those dings. Those dings are like in my ear, and they're probably going out on the broadcast. All everybody's hearing is ding, ding, ding.
Well, I turned. If you right click on your TeamSpeak tab, go to Sound Pack, and then check that box that says Sounds Deactivated. Then you will not have any sounds.
Yes, I know.
And then you can tell a certain person by the name of Led Zepp to use your mic.
Talk.
You know how to.
Ding.
Don't want to interrupt. Don't want to interrupt.
No, it's,
All you want.
so we like your commentary.
If you are watching and you want to join us in TeamSpeak, you're free to do that. Just go to nbnn.info, click on the button that says Join Us in TeamSpeak, and then float on down to whatever channel you see us in. Right now we are in the Live On Air channel, and just join us in here, and or in the NBNN News. You can always poke us if we're not responding, and we will drag you down here as well. So we welcome anybody coming in here to talk about anything. We really have no plans in life.
As well, if you got any questions and we're not around, just leave us a message. We will get back to you. We try and answer all the questions that are sent to us via our chats, our emails, and anything else in-game. So we will try and get those answers to you the next time we are on air, or we will respond directly. Just so y'all know. But Jack, we've got about 6 minutes left. We want to do the calendar real quick. We're going to take it on out of here, and we'll come back and resume our normal schedule starting Monday. Monday.
Yep. Remember, guys, the calendar is provided to us by our friends over at Avatar Circle. It is a Google Calendar, so you can go join it. It is on nbnn.info/calendar.html. Let me bring it up on screen for you. And since this is the weekend upon us, I will go ahead and read off all of the real events. I am not going to read anything that is in green, which is a media event, just because there are way too many of them. So tonight, you have a couple of choices. If you are into PvE, you can always join Kaizen Phoenix Fire with the Phoenix Republic PvE nights. If you want to do some PvP, you can go to Vengeance Madness, which is the longest running PvP out in the game. You can zone to Bambino Ludovate, or always go to Violation, if either one of them are online. If you're into astronomy at 7:30 p.m., you can go to the Friday Night Astronomy with Bo and Bloodgood, and we can learn about the planets that are circumnavigating. Wait, not circumnavigating.
Learn about the planets.
Yeah, go learn about the planets. Whatever. I forgot my words. Yeah. So, remember, all times are Central Standard Time, which is referred to as New Britannia time in-game. Central Standard Time in the U.S., by the way. On Saturday at noon, we have the Baron League Construction, Harvest, and Craft. They are going to be doing something. They are going to be hosting a weekly craft and harvest event for the purpose of supporting all towns, guilds, and player-run establishments within the Baron League. It is going to start in High Rock, or you can always zone to Bowen Bloodgood. At 6 p.m. on Saturday, we have the Port Phoenix Social Nights. You can go out and do some
socializing
with K's and Phoenix Fire. They may be doing a little bit of everything. So, on Sunday, January 17th, we have the Pack Slayer meeting, the early morning edition at 8:30 a.m. And at 2 p.m., the Bear Tavern is having their January party. So that will be actually kind of interesting. Just zone to Valis Tellen for easy travel. It is going to be out in High Rock. If you don't know where High Rock is, you can always go to sotomap.com and use Jacob White's excellent map of finding where High Rock is and run there yourself.
And Amber tells us that guest speaker Winfield's speaking on balance there. Church of... Church Star. Sorry. My bad.
Church of the Dark... Why is that listed as a media event, Amber? I'm sorry, I completely missed that. That should not just be a media event, Amber. Please change it. That way I don't skip it. On Saturday at 11 a.m., the Church of the Dark Star will have a special guest. That is Winfield speaking on balance. The Mistress of Chaos, Amber Rain, will also be talking about something, probably balance as well as it pertains to chaos. And is Kazan going to be at the Church of the Dark Star on Saturday?
He's there every week, I believe, except for when...
Yes. But if Winfield is speaking on balance, is the theme of the sermon going to be balance this week?
Well, Amber just said hers is going to be on expectations.
Okay, on expectations. Well, I have like 5 windows covering up things.
You're getting in trouble, Jack. I keep telling you about that. She's going to pull out that chaos spoon on you and put a hurting on you.
She's going to dig it out. Whack. Okay. So.
Alrighty.
That should be the side of virtue, not order. Okay, so. Yes. Okay, so let's go back to Sunday. BNC Gridiron at 5 o'clock. The registration is at 5. Make sure that you are registered before the actual fights begin at 5:30. At 7 o'clock is the normal Pack Slayer meeting, so that's the late edition. Hey, that's supposed to be an evil laugh. And at 8 o'clock is Fishing with Winfield. So that is all of the weekend events that are in blue for Shroud of the Avatar on the weekend of January 15th through the 17th. I'm sorry, Amber.
Yes.
The High Priestess of Chaos.
The High Priestess of Chaos to most is I have the distinct pleasure of using my own coin term for her, and she doesn't allow anybody else to use that.
I know. That's because the Mistress of Chaos is also Starlong's beloved, right?
No, that is the Queen of Chaos.
No, that's the Queen of Chaos.
That is right.
Yeah, Queen of Chaos.
Alrighty, well anyway, that's it for us today, folks. Jack, you want to take us out of here to give thanks to all our good friends out there?
Yes, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for the follows. We really do appreciate everybody's participating. Remember to check out our friends, Relics by Real, if you go there, and if you want to wear some Shroud of the Avatar swag, you can just use the discount code NBNN and receive 10% off of any order. Also go to our friends at sotomap.com if you ever get lost. If you need help crafting, go to sotacraft.com. If you are interested in buying or selling anything in Shroud of the Avatar related, you can always go to shroudmarketplace.com. And thank you everybody again. Thank you, Casey. You should have talked more. Thank you, Led Zepp. You need to find out where your mic button is. And thank you, Roystein. Yeah, wait.
Tell Laz
That's
that.
me. I know where my microphone. Yeah,
Laz.
Laz really needs to find it.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, Amber. Try not to gouge my eyes out with your chaos spoon.
Alrighty, folks. That's going to do it for us. This is Laz.
This is Jack.
This is Casey.
And stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, and anything else we can bring you here from Shroud and the Avatar. Have a great weekend, folks. We'll see you over the weekend, hopefully with a couple events. Otherwise, we'll see you back here on Monday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to the lovely Mistress of Chaos for joining us. We'll see you all again soon.
Love you.
Love you, bye. I love you, man.
You too, baby. Goodbye, baby. Bye.
Love you, man.
Bye.